So I am gonna take you today to the tour of a typical Kerala house. Basically this house is the place where my grandmother stays. So this is my grandmother's house, and this house is quite old, like 60 years old. Some of the rooms are 60 years old, some are even older. A lot of changes were done in this room, but well, my whole idea is that I am here to show you the surrounding of the house, how a typical traditional Kerala house looks, old house, how it used to be, and I will also show you the various trees and plants that exists here, and all these trees and plants are naturally present here, have naturally grown up over the period of time. So probably all these plants are the plants of this climate. Kerala is like a tropical climate where a lot of humidity exists. The temperature is not much, possibly 31-32 right now during the raining seasons, and maybe in summers the temperature reaches to 40 degrees. But the thing that gives you lot of sweat is the humidity here. In the environment there is lot of humidity, you will always keep on sweating because of that, and probably this is the reason that since the environment has a lot of humidity, a large amount of plants can be seen here. So I'll be also showing you the plants that will come around, that will pass by, and I will also show you the house from the outside. Okay, and you can see me also sweating because there is a lot of humidity present here. So let's get started. Now, as you can see, this is the entrance of the house. Okay, these are very old walls, the boundary walls that are present near the entrance, and you can see a lot of mosses growing, a lot of sphagnum moss growing over the walls, right? So if you want to learn more about mosses, do watch my video on sphagnum moss. So all these are the various mosses that grow on the wall because of humidity and moisture. Now near the entrance you can see so many plants on both the sides, right? There are so many plants. Usually in Kerala, people will grow some decorative horticultural plants around their houses, like this one that you see. This is the usual ixora plant that you can also observe in various gardens, right? Then there is this plant which is called as Nandyarvattam here in Kerala. I am not remembering the scientific name, but this has beautiful white flowers. Then you can see this, that is the usual jasmine, and this side you can see another variety of ixora, right? This is grown in the side of the entrance. Now there is this bohemia varieties growing over here, right? These are bohemias, the bilobe leaf structure that you can see, right? And like this, so many plants are growing by the side of the boundary wall. Again, this is bohemia, this has white flowers, right? This is also bohemia, right? And these are horticultural plants that are grown by the side of the entrance. Now as we enter, you can see the middle portion of the house. This is basically chimney, right? So this that you see is the place, where all the cooking, all the gas, all the fire cooking goes on. So here people usually cook, like here there is a kitchen inside where people will cook with the help of wood, and all the fire it reaches there up. I think you can see there is a space. There are two three square blocks from which all the smoke comes out. So this is you will see this in every house mostly. Okay, then as you go towards the right of the house, there is a well. Now here there is a wild rose plant growing. So as you can see, this is the well, right? You can find well in every house in Kerala because they take water from this well. Usually motor is attached to this well, and through this motor water is taken to various places like bathroom and sink, right? And this is the separate bathroom and toilet area that you can see. Now this was the right side. Now see, this house is actually very old. This is very traditional house. So as you move towards left side, you will see this is the structure of the house, where you can see the roof of the house is made up of terracotta tiles. Now terracotta tiles are very good because it keeps the room really cool in comparison to concrete slabs, right? So in earlier times terracotta tiles were used to make the roof. So even if you don't have fan, you can still have a cooler feeling over here. But nowadays these terracotta roofs are being completely replaced by concrete slabs, which will always make you feel more warmer, more like you will feel more of sweating inside, because concrete slabs will never give you a cooler feeling. So I have personally felt when you sit below a house, a room that has terracotta roofing, it's really cool, right? And now this was the left side. Now as just opposite the house, you will see one shed. This shed is basically cow shed. When I was very small, here there used to be cows. There were 2-3 cows here, and my grandmother and grandfather used to take care of this place, of all the cows. But now my grandfather is not there, so my grandmother is alone. So all cows have been given to someone else, right? And now this is just renovated, and it is kept just like that as a storeroom. So you can find this kind of shed also in traditional Kerala house, where they keep goats, cows, and sometimes people keep dogs also, right? Now as we will move a little left towards the cow shed, you can see a big jasmine plant which is already in the mood of flowering. You can see a lot of birds coming up, right? Then here you can see this plant. If I can focus it for you, yeah, this one. So this is a fruit which can be eaten. I don't remember the name of the plant, but this fruit can be eaten by humans, and it can also be eaten up by what we say, birds. So a lot of birds also eat this fruit. and usually nowadays birds are only eating, we don't pluck the fruits, right? So that was one plant. Then as we will move a little backward, this is ixora. Okay, one very good tree that I thought I can show you is this tree is called chambekia over here, right? Chambekia is a tree which gives a fruit. The fruit can be called as water apple. In Hindi it is called pani seb. Here in Kerala it is called chambekia. The scientific name of this plant is Syzygium aqueum, right? So this is water apple. It has beautiful pink fruits which can be eaten as it is, or the fruits are used to take the to make pickles also, right? So it is marinated and pickles are made. So this is chambekia. Actually one lot of fruit already had formed earlier, so it was all plucked, and right now no fruits are there, so I cannot show you any fruit. Now as we go a little backward, you can see this plant. See this one, right? This plant. Now this plant is it is something that looks like hibiscus. See this one. Right now no fresh flowers are here, but this plant is basically called chembarti over here in Kerala, and in English it is called as sleeping hibiscus, because the petals of this flowers, it never opens like a hibiscus flower. The petals always remain twisted around the pistil. So therefore okay, I can show you maybe here. There is a fresh plant, see this one. It has not opened completely, and you can see that it is twisted around the pistil. So this plant is sleeping hibiscus because the petals remains closed around the pistil, right? So that is one plant. Now as we move ahead, so this is the house. It has this kind of door and windows and door. You can see there is a lot of ventilation present there above. There are wooden rods where there is nothing else, only wooden rods, so air movement can take place from door and the windows. Now as we move towards the left side of the house, you can see a very big tree, right? This tree that you see is the jaipur tree, the nutmeg that we call, right? So nutmeg is called as jaipur in Hindi, or it is called as jadika here in Kerala. So this is a very old plant, right? It is already 35 years old plant, but it is still surviving. It had dried in between during the summers, so you can see dried branches, but it has again the branches have sprouted because of rain. So this is a very old plant. This gives a lot of jaipur. Over the years this tree has given a lot of jaipur, and my grandparents used to sell the jaipur in the market. Now I personally like this place because you see there is a sitting area which is colored beautifully, and you can see how the tree's base has been made with the help of rock, right? And there is a lot of soil that has been gathered together at the base of the tree. This is the tree. Now you can see one climber moving up. So before this climber was not there, but now this climber is moving up towards the top of the plant, right? So this is one climber that is going through the plant up, right through the right up to the top. Right, so this is Jaipur tree. Now as we look at the base of the tree, you can see this plant. This is our this is called as Pani Tomara over here. In Kerala it is called as Pani Tomara, and this is also called as Ajma plant. If you if you pluck the leaves, if you pluck and smell it, it will have smell of Ajma, right? So this is your Ajma plant. Now it is growing wild over here because of the climate. A lot of it was hanging down also, but it has been removed by my grandmother because of it was spreading like wild. So this is one thing. Now at the left side you can see completely open fields, right? This is field around the house. Now you see this is the left side of the house. These are the windows, and here there is open fields. Now what all can you observe in these open fields? You can see banana plantation. This is very common in the fields in Kerala because Kerala is known for bananas, right? So various varieties of bananas are grown here. So this is banana plantation, huge banana trees you can see, right? Then just at the base of the banana, the plant that you are seeing, this is the famous tapioca plant, right? Its scientific name is Manihot esculenta, right? And this is also called as cassava in Gujarati, and it is called as tapioca in general. So this is a plant that gives underground stem, and the underground stem can be eaten, is very well known here with the name of chini, right? Now see, this tapioca plantation is very common here. You can see here, this is tapioca plant. Again you can see here, this is tapioca plant. Now another plant that you can see here is this, that is the chena. Here it is called chena plant. This plant is also common in the fields around Kerala because this plant also yields underground stem. This plant is also called elephant foot yam because the underground part that is obtained is very big, like an elephant's foot. So this is called elephant's foot yam. This particular plant scientific name is Amorphophallus. I don't know the species name, but yeah, this is Amorphophallus. Now another, so this is all Amorphophallus plantation around the field, right? Okay, then another very common plant that you can see here in the fields is this. This is Colocasia esculenta, right? So Colocasia is also a very common plant that is grown around in fields because this plant again has an underground stem which is later on taken after 5 to 6 months or 9 months depending upon the requirement, and this plant is also common here in Kerala. Scientific name is Colocasia, and the what we say, it is also called as elephant's ear plant because the leaves resembles the ear of elephants, right? So these are the three common herbaceous perennials that you can see here growing in Kerala, that is Amorphophallus, Manihot esculenta, that is your tapioca, And this colocasia, here it is called as chamb, but it is also called as advi. And this amorphophallus is also called as suran, right? Now we move towards the left side of the house. So this is the left side of the house. This house, you see, there is terracotta tiles present above. So now at the side of the house where there is boundary, this kind of flowering plants you can see. Now here I can show you a huge tree. There are a lot of trees like this here in Kerala. This is, I guess, all the botanists will identify. This is Tectona grandis, the teak tree, right? So this is the teak tree that is present here, and all over this place you can see a lot of teak trees, huge teak trees over here, right? Now here also you can see certain climbers. So let me show you one climber over here. That is, see, this is pepper. Okay, this is pepper, but which one I was showing? This, yeah, this is kasturi pan. Okay, this is kasturi pan. So two climbers are growing here, and these are the sucker roots of Tectona, right? Again, there is huge field present over here. You can see at the boundary these kind of yellow ixoras also growing, right? Now here there is one at the left, there is one this kind of water source which is required in summers, so that pipe can be attached and given to plants that require a lot of water. For example, as I said, this Myristica fragrans, the nutmeg plant, okay, it requires a lot of water. So for such plants we have to attach pipe, and this pipe ensures that water reaches these plants. Now this is again all the field. This is coconut tree, this is banana plantation at the back, right? And there are other trees also over here, like the mahogany. If you can see, this is mahogany, right? This is mahogany tree. This is also a timber wood. Then at the back you can see this tree. This is betel nut tree, right? The palm tree that you can see in the middle, this one, yeah, this is betel nut tree. Okay, now let me show you one more good tree over here, right? That tree is here called as chima chakka. Okay, see, these are huge what shall I say, tapioca plantation, the tapioca plant that has grown really tall, right? And you can also see a lot of sugar cane over here. See, this that you see is the sugar cane plantation. Okay, I was showing you one tree that is called chima chakka over here. There are some really big trees that gives you fruits, right? So let me just show you that. Okay, are you seeing this tree? This tree has fruits also. See, because of sunlight you might not be able to see, but these round structures are the fruit of the tree. This tree, yes, see over here, this tree is called chima chakka over here. Scientific name Artocarpus. I don't remember the genus name, sorry, species name, but this is chima chakka. It can be eaten, So this huge tree is present over here. Then this is, I think, Abrus precatorius. Okay. Now we move forward. Now see, below every plantation you can see this kind of brown leaves that is kept. This ensures that the underground part gets shady condition, and this also ensures that the plant gets mulching, so that less insects reach below and they have a barrier to go down in the soil. So you can see mulching mostly at every place. These are small plants, so yet mulching has not been kept. This all my grandmother, my mother used to do, so they do as in when they get the time. Now as we move forward, this is the back side of the house, and these are the decorative plants at the boundary that you can see, right? This is the huge banana plantation. Now as we move forward, you can see a lot of butterflies over here. Butterflies are plenty present here. This is sitting area that is made. Okay. Now at the back you can see this kind of a small house. Again it has terracotta roof. This is used as storeroom again. It had some use previously, but now this is used as storeroom. Now there is one more plant. I'll show you this plant when I'll go a little ahead. There are a lot of this muraya, that is your kadi patta plants coming up, right? Okay, let's move forward. So this is the door at the back side. Okay, one thing I want to share is, see, this is the boundary of the house. This is the courtyard, and since here always there is lot of rain, so there will be lot of weeds over here, lot of unwanted plants. It starts growing every time. So one very big work that people have to do here is the clearing of weeds. Otherwise these weeds will occupy the whole courtyard like anything. So weeding is a very big thing. People keep a person for a day to clean these weeds if they cannot do it by themselves. Okay, coming to another very beautiful tree that you can see here is, I guess you can see a lot of lemons over here, right? So this is the lemon tree that is growing here. It is always so full of lemons. There are so many lemons present over here. Once when there were a lot of lemon, my grandmother had collected all, and she sold these lemon in the market for a price of say 10 rupees, or I don't know exactly, but price of 10 rupees per lemon something, right? So this is beautiful lemon tree having lot of lemons, right? Butterflies. Now as we move forward, this is all tapioca, then amorphophallus, elephant yam, and this climber that I was talking about, this climber is ratalu. I don't know the scientific name, but this is ratalu. This is again gives a kind of underground part which can be eaten. Can you see this? A very small cood. This is called cood over here. A very small house. This is for hens. My grandmother used to have hens. There were a hen and cock present. So every day you have to let them go out of this house, and then they will themselves get inside the house, right? So this is kori cood. This is called kori cood over here. Kori means hen and cood means house. So this is kori cood, but now there are no hens or cocks over here. Okay, this plant is something that is a small chili plant. The size of the chili that you can see here is very small, very small chilies. Okay, these are very small chilies, right? This chili that you see, these are very small chilies. This is called Kandari Molagu over here, right? This that you see is the turmeric plantation, a lot of haldi plantation over here. And again, this climber that you see is Ratalu. Another very common tree that you can see here is, see what a beautiful trail to another house is this, the jackfruit. Jackfruit scientific name is Artocarpus. Again I forgot. So this is I think Chima Chakka was one thing, then this is called Chakka. This is called Chakka over here. This is jackfruit, the genus name Artocarpus. I had shown one more plant belonging to genus Artocarpus, right? So this is your Artocarpus jackfruit plant, very common tree over here, right? Now this is all weed. Okay, so this has to be removed. People keep a person for a whole day to remove these weeds from here. Okay, moving back, you can see one more terracotta small house over here at the back. See, this is the right side of the house. This is the part of the house where now you can see well directly straight, and this is one shed. This shed is used for cooking, and all the huge cooking work like cooking with the help of wood is being done here. So this is one shed. Now can you see the floor here? The floor over here, people, they completely cover it with pebbles. These pebbles ensures that less weeds grow, because when there are pebbles, seeds, they will not get sunlight directly and the weeds will not be able to grow. And this also ensures then that when rain falls, water will seep inside and there will be no muddy condition over here. I have personally seen no matter how much rain falls, this land gets dried immediately. So this is a very good kind of a mulch. So this is the well of the house, right? And you can see water inside, and you can see plants at the boundary of the wall. These plants are nothing but the famous adiantum, maiden hair fern. Okay, taking you little bit again at the front of the house to show you 2-3 more plants, right? Because being a botanist, to know about plant is the most important thing. So you can see this plant, this one, you can see these yellow flowers. This plant is Ocna cerulata. This plant is basically called Mickey Mouse plant. I don't know the name of this plant over here, but this is Ocna cerulata, and this is, you know, called Mickey Mouse plant because it will have two seed like condition which will resemble the ear of mouse, Mickey Mouse. Now see, again at the top there is teak tree, and this is one decorative plant that is present here. Okay, now this that you see is the Bauhinia white flower plant, and this is the pod. Okay, one more plant that I want to show you is yes, this one. This is also a common shrub like plant that is present here, but I don't know the name. I will try to identify, but yes, I wanted to show you this. Can you see these leaves? Let me show you. Yeah, these leaves are the, you know, tamal patra that you say. It's commonly growing over here since ages. So this plant is the tamal patra plant. The leaves of this plant are dried and used as a spice in Indian cooking. See this one, right? Okay, that was one plant. Now one more tree that I wanted to show you is Anjali Chakka. If I can see it somewhere, Anjali Chakka. It was present here, I think. Yeah, actually it's very, you know, difficult to roam around here because there are so many insects, and especially there are so many kodus, that is so many mosquitoes, you know, that will eat you up. I mean, not really eat, but then this is the main road, and from this road I came from here, but this is the main entrance of the house I had shown you, right? So that one plant that I wanted to show was about Anjali Chakka. Let me just show you once. See, this is teak plant, and just beside that you can see this tree. This tree is called Anjali Chakka, again belonging to the genus Artocarpus. So this chakka has very small fruits like jackfruit. If I can locate one, actually it's on very top. These are very tall trees. The fruit of this Anjali Chakka can also be eaten, but it is always on the top, so you cannot pluck, and so it always becomes a feast for the birds. All the birds, they used to eat it, and because of that the seeds used to fall down, and this leads to the development of another Anjali Chakka. So that is again a story of reproduction. So I think that is all about my house. See, this is the look, right? My now it's raining right now over here, so I have to move inside, but I think I have shown you a lot of things over here, common plants that are growing over here. I also showed you the architecture of the house. The house has so many windows on every wall. The windows have ventilation. There is terracotta roofing which ensures that there is cooling. Basically this house has no concrete slab. There is no slab at the top. Directly there is this kind of terracotta roofing which ensures that the house gets good cooling. Apart from there, around the house you can see such a lovely greenery, right? So people they grow their vegetables over here. They grow certain common plants in their field, like I showed you tapioca, right, and elephant foot yam. Then they get it for themselves also, and if they actually harvest it for themselves also to eat, and if there is extra produce they sell it in the market. And bananas are always there here. Here there is coconut tree, so people get a lot of organic produce over here, which ensures that they live a healthy and natural life, a healthy and a good life, right? But the house that I showed you, actually this house is very old. A lot of work has to be done now because it is, like as I told, more than 60 years old. So I'm not showing the inside of the house because the house is like very traditionally old. So my whole idea was to show you the outside architecture of the house, of a traditional Kerala house. And I actually love to be in this place because this place gives me so much exposure to nature. And recently I have developed habit of observing things, which has increased my knowledge. So I hope that this all that I shared with you, all the different plants that you saw, the house that you saw, you must have enjoyed and also learned a lot, that living with nature is something that is we should all move forward. Even if we do not have place in cities, we should try to have more of plants around us in whichever way possible, to ensure that we learn from nature and we take care of the nature. So that is it for today. Do let me know if you want to know something new from me in terms of botany. I'll be happy to share with you. Thank you.